When Fry traveled through time from the 21st century to the 31st, he was carrying the common cold virus, yet the virus had been extinct for 500 years, and no one in the modern era, except Fry himself, had any immunity to it. Upon learning this, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention had no choice but to resort to the most primitive quarantine measure, covering Planet Express with plastic sheeting. By then, everyone except the robot Bender had been infected by Fry, so the responsibility of taking care of the group fell squarely on his shoulders. However, Bender quickly grew impatient. He stood by the window, stretched out his arm, and stole the keys from a CDC worker's pocket before escaping Planet Express. Before departing, he even shook hands with the CDC staff, causing the cold virus to spread further. Soon, the virus spread from New York across the entire planet. The government deployed hundreds of helicopters to cover cities with plastic sheeting, then used starships to fire lasers that divided the cities into isolated zones. Their plan was to dig up the Earth's surface and send it into the sun to incinerate the virus at high temperatures, leaving everyone terrified of being burned alive.
I'm just glad I have my wool scarf. What good is a wolf?
To develop a vaccine, they needed to perform surgery on Fry to extract the cold virus from his body. At the critical moment, Fry suddenly remembered that Swaberg had once launched cold viruses into space centuries earlier to test how microgravity affected viral replication. If they could find the viruses he'd sent into space 1,000 years ago, Fry wouldn't need to undergo surgery. After an extensive search, they discovered the viruses were located in a space junkyard. Arriving at the coordinates, they saw no sign of the satellite. Fry deduced it must be beneath a layer of ice. Upon investigation, they found the cold viruses perfectly preserved. Upon returning to Earth, Hubert successfully developed a vaccine.